Good morning, my friends. Joy here. It is Wednesday, June 2, 2021. And today's devotion is called No Shortcuts. The scripture is Matthew 5, 23 and 24. If you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift. Wow. That could take a long time in my case. A lot of people out there that have something against me. But I actually know about this scripture, and there was, I think I told you years ago when I was being baptized at the church, Jerry and I had a big fight, argument. It wasn't a fight, it was just an argument. We argued all the time on the way to church. We're always fussing over the kids and them not getting ready in time, and the kids were always fussing in the back seat or whatever. So anyway, it was my Sunday to be baptized, and so Jerry was in the audience and I was up on the stage getting ready to get in the bathtub or whatever that thing is you get baptized in. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it knowing that Jerry and I had that quarrel in the car before church. And so the preacher said, "Is there anything you'd like to say?" And I said, "Yes, I'd like to tell my husband I'm sorry and ask him to forgive me." So remember that? I told you that story. And there was another time also, I knew a friend was really upset with me over something. And I tried to fix that situation. What I did really needed to be done. It had to do with children being left home alone when the parents were gone. But they got really mad at me. And so I tried to fix that situation and apologize and tell them that I was just worried for the kids' safety, and so I'd gone and gotten them and brought them home till they got back or whatever. It was 1,000 years ago. But anyway, I apologized, even though I still thought what they did was wrong. I do till this day. But, you just hate to have tension. When you're a Christian, it's so hard to have somebody upset with you or not like you, or not understand you, or take something you said wrong, or take an event that happened and supersize it into something it wasn't even true. I've had that happen so much in my life. But it's one thing, if you have something against someone, that's easy to say, "Okay, Lord, yes, I forgive them. Go ahead and let me be baptized." But when somebody else has something against you, that's kind of a lot harder situation. When you have to go to them and say, "I understand you're really upset with me over something, and could you please forgive me so I can get baptized?" Whatever the reason. Well, let's see what the lady has to say about it, okay, and get off of the joy version. Jesus is again focusing on relationships. He tells us not to try and take a shortcut to intimacy with God by ignoring relationships with people. Offering your gifts to God when you have problems with others just will not work. God cares about how you and your friends and family get along. Well, I'll tell you what, you must have an awful lot of cares about that right now with this nation, don't you think? So, if someone is angry with you, whether you did anything wrong or not, work it out. Go and talk to him or her and apologize if you need to. Once those relationships are good, then give your gifts to God. Don't expect him to bless you if you are trying to shortcut relationships with others. Well, it's one thing to go and apologize to that person and say, "I'm really sorry that what I did upset you," whatever. But that doesn't mean it's going to heal the relationship. Believe me, I'm a #1 example here. "I'm so sorry, can you forgive me? Let's just get past that. Let's leave the past in the past. Let's get on with the future." No, some people just want to be angry the rest of their life. So I think, yes, try to resolve the situation, love the person, but if they just refuse to change and they refuse to forgive you, Does that mean we never give a gift to God again? No, absolutely not. If I look like I haven't had any sleep, it's because I have had zero sleep. I had to take a friend of mine early this morning to the hospital. She was supposed to have some tests done. She was supposed to have a needle biopsy done. And so I got up real early. And when I have to get up real early in the morning, I never sleep all night long. Back when I was school age, when I worked, anytime, if I had to catch a plane in the morning, if I had an early meeting in the morning, I could not sleep all night long because I worried my alarm wouldn't work. I worried my cell phone wouldn't work. I worried I'd fall asleep and be too asleep. I wouldn't hear the alarm clock. Just worry. Let me see, where's that page on worry? Anyway, just don't sleep. So that's why I look like a walking zombie this morning. I feel like a walking zombie. And so then I got up early. We went all the way to the hospital. I dropped her off. I went to have some breakfast and go to Hobby Lobby and get something. And then I was prepared to sit and wait for the next 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. And she called on my cell phone and she said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm out in the parking lot." She said, "Well, come get me. They're not going to do it." Otherwise, I wouldn't even be home yet. But I promised you I'd do the devotional, so here I am. So I probably should do it this way. I'll be back tomorrow.